Good evening. This is an evening wind down routine. So it's a nice flowy yoga session to just ease into the body as we get ready to hop into bed, hopefully for a lovely and rejuvenating night's sleep. Take it as slowly and as easy as you like. You can hold things for longer, you can pause the video. Just really, I think this is a time to stop asking from our bodies to do an awful lot. They've served us the whole day, and now it's truly the time to just let go, accept what is, love what is, and go straight into bed, hopefully feeling relaxed and fulfilled. So let's begin by sitting anywhere on your mat really. I'm going to be facing you, but you can be facing forward, so whatever you want. I encourage you to start by starting in a kneeling position. If this is not quite comfortable and you feel a bit of a strain, you can also use a pillow, or you can be cross-legged, so entirely up to you. And we're going to begin with a bit of conscious breathing. But first of all, I invite you to close your eyes. Maybe rest the hands on your lap. And we're going to start by feeling the weight of the hands on our thighs. Focusing on this single thing. And take an easy breath through the nose, not changing anything yet. And as you exhale, I want you to feel the weight of the forearms melting into the back of the hands and feeling the hands resting a little bit heavier onto your thighs. One more breath in. And same again, now feeling the weight of the upper arms and the shoulders stripping down, all the way down to the back of the hands, on top of the thighs. Breathing in one more time. And next time you exhale, perhaps imagining all the weight or responsibility of the day draining down from your ears to the side of the neck, down your shoulders, all the way to your hands, pouring down your thighs and melting into the floor. Perhaps you might want to stay with this visualization for a couple more breaths. And from here, I invite you to raise your hands now and wrap them around your rib cage. You're also welcome to use a scarf here if you have one available, or a belt or a rope, and just tie it around your lower ribs. If you do hold a scarf, I don't have one with me at the moment, but you can wrap around and just hold it at the front. Wherever you are, I want you to drop the shoulders down again. And without any judgment, pay attention to how you're breathing. Is there a part of your hands that raises more than the rest? And again, without judgment, just paying attention to where your breath is moving the most. Perhaps it's nowhere near your hands, perhaps it's leaving all the way to the top of the chest, maybe just restricted to your neck. Maybe it's all the way down to your belly, maybe feeling it at the front or the back of the body. We're just taking it in. And again, a reminder to let the shoulders calm down. Perhaps we spend most of the day carrying them up towards our ears, and now we're making a conscious effort to let that unnecessary tension go. And from here we're going to start to changing the breath a little bit. So we're going to go into a 360 breathing. With that, I mean that every time you breathe in, you're going to breathe in a way that expands your hands in all directions. So your chest is going to be expanding forward and backward and to the sides. A scarf can work equally as well, maybe even better. I just don't have one available at the moment. So take your peek, maybe try something different next time. So try this with your next inhalation. Actually, let's take a normal breath in and breathe out. And with the next inhalation through your nose, expand your chest in all 4 directions so that the chest expands your hands both front, back and to the sides. Exhale, bring the chest in, pulling away and with the hands. And again, breathe in. Chest expanding in all directions, back, forward, and to the sides, all those directions that we forget. And breathe out. One more time, breathing in. And breathe out. And for the next breath, we're going to breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1 and hold for 2, 1. Now we breathe out for 4, 3, 2, 1 and hold for 2, 1. And again, breathing in, same pace for 4, 3, 2, 1 and hold at the top for 2, 1. And breathe out 4, 3, 2 and 1 and hold. 2, 1. Again, breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1 and hold for 2, 1. Breathe out 4, 3, 2, 1 and hold. Breathe in, expanding all the way. 1 and hold. And breathe out. And hold. Let's go again, one more time. 4. And hold. And again. And hold. Let the hands drop on the other side. Return to normal breathing. Notice what's happening in your shoulders and your neck and your face. Again, without judgment. It can be hard to let go of tension, but perhaps notice whether there's any changes. From here we start bringing some movement in, so we start rolling the head to your favorite direction, nice and slow. Perhaps inhaling as the head comes up, and exhaling as it comes down. Being nice and gentle. Your hands are almost paralyzed on your sides, and you're just using your movement to be gentle to yourself. Moving the other way. So imagine that you're giving your neck a lovely massage here, without needing to pay anyone, ask anyone, or use your own hands, because you have so much capacity to look after yourself. It can be with your movement, with what you eat, with what you choose to consume, with what you think and what you say to yourself. I'm going to bring the head to neutral position, And from here, let's rub our hands together, creating a bit of heat. And I'm going to interlace the fingers and place the palms on top of our eyes and over our forehead. And applying some gentle pressure, pull the hands apart, putting a little bit of pressure over the forehead and the eyelids and pulling away. Maybe massaging the sides of your head with your fingertips all the way behind the ears. One more time. Brush the hands together, interlace the fingers over the eyes and spread. Pulling your face muscles to the sides. And maybe one more time, and maybe running those fingertips over your hairline all the way to the crown and back of the head. Beautiful. Now we're going to rest the right palm over the left ear and pull the right ear towards the right shoulder. Let that left hand drop down to your side. And there's a beautiful space that is created on the left side of the neck. Maybe we'll breathe into that. Perhaps you might want to keep that rhythm of breathing that we introduced in the beginning. About 4 seconds inhalation, 2 seconds hold, and 4 seconds on the exhalation. Hold again. Or whatever pattern works for you. And making the exhalation longer is going to be fantastic for our wind down today. So you might want to try 3 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Straighten sides. Making that exhalation purposely longer and communicating to your nervous system, your muscles, your body that it's time to relax. You've done your work. You showed up today. And let's bring it back to center. Feet might be going a little bit numb by now, but stay with it. We're nearly done. Inhale, lift your arms up, shoulders up rather, and exhale, roll them back. Do this a few times. Inhale, shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, bring them down. At your own pace, shoulders are bigger and bigger as we go along. And change direction. And from here, if at any point, of course, you want to shake off your legs, feel free to do that. You can do so by coming into a tabletop and maybe rolling the ankles around a bit. Or again, you can change your sitting position, and whenever you're ready, we're going to come back, maybe stretching the toes in the opposite direction now. And we're going to interlace the fingers and bring them in front of us. And now you should be feeling 2 strong stretches, one on the back of the feet. And if it's getting overstimulating, you can always come out. We don't want to push ourselves too much. At the same time, if that feels okay, it would be quite useful to stay here a little bit longer, give those poor feet a little bit of a stretch. At the same time, interlacing the fingers, we're pulling away, almost as if we're trying to pull our shoulder blades off the back of our chest. And as I love to say here, maybe we change the angle a little bit until you find that very special spot that sinks to your back. It often has to do with what part of your traps are quite tense. They tend to be quite tense because we hold our shoulders up all day when we're worried and we're stressed and the weight of the world is on them. And now it's time to stretch it out. Let go some of it, maybe all of it. and come down. Gonna inhale, bring the arms up, and exhale as we lean to the right side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lean to the left. And come up. You can open our eyes or you can keep them closed. Just flow with it however you like. And from here, we're going to come onto a tabletop position. Bringing our wrists underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Again, if those feet and ankles are screaming, give them a little roll. Just listen. And if at any point you feel that you need to bring a different movement, I invite you to do that. Because this is your time to get in touch with your body. And your body might be asking for something completely different. Back into a tabletop. And we're going to come into some cat and cows here. Give some love to the spine. So as we inhale, we're going to start bringing the sitting bones up. We're going to drop the belly one vertebra by vertebra, drop the chest down, and then bring the neck and crown of the head last to rise. On the exhalation, we're going to do the opposite, so tag the tail under and start raising the lower back vertebra by vertebra, rounding all the way to the thoracic spine. Drop the head and the neck. And again, inhale. Hold for 2. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2. Inhale. Exhale. Great. We're going to send it back into child's pose. Bring the toes together. Allow the belly to rest on top of the thighs and walk the hands slowly forward, stretching the arms and forearms, staying active through the fingertips and allowing the chest to drop a little bit further down, feeling a stretch to the back of the shoulder as well. And from here, we're going to start walking the hands to the right side. Making the stretch on the left side a little bit deeper. I encourage you to rest the forehead on the mat. If it doesn't quite get there, you can get a pillow. And as you're here, you might want to start thinking of where you're holding tension that you no longer need. And maybe we can start by actually letting go the tension of the hands, and we're going to let those palms fall down to the mat. Maybe think of any tension and any small muscles that are still not necessarily holding tension around your forearms, upper arms, the back of the shoulder, maybe your thighs or your toes, maybe your face. And let's walk in back to center and then to the opposite side. Starting from active through the fingertips and then relaxing, melting the palms down onto the mat, maybe the forehead all the way down. And again, running your attention all the way from the fingertips up your forearms, arms, shoulders, back, hips, tail, thighs, calves and feet, your face. Anything that might be holding tension, can you spot it and can you let it go? Let's walk it back. We're going to come back into our tabletop position and we're going to thread the needle, and as we inhale, bring the left arm up and exhale, thread the needle under and behind the right hand, and we're going to rest our left ear on the mat. And for a moment here, we're going to press the back of the hand and the back of the forearm on the floor, on the mat, as firmly as you can. Put all your strength for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go, melt all the way down. Perhaps walking the fingertips of the opposite hand forward. And letting the right armpit rest a little bit closer to your cheek. And let's bring it back onto our tabletop position. And we're going to go the opposite way now. So we're going to lift the right arm up and thread the right arm behind the left, allowing the right ear to fall into the mat. And again, let's press the back of the right hand and forearm all the way into the mat as firmly as you can for 5, 4, 3, stronger, and relax, melt all the way down. And again, maybe walking the fingertips of the left arm forward, sinking into the stretch. And bring it back up. 2 more cat and cows here, perhaps at the same pace. So inhale, tailbone up, and let's go into our backs, vertebra by vertebra, lifting up, hold for 2, 1, and exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, and one more time. And hold. And exhale. Great. From here, we're going to step our knees a little bit wider and come into a frog pose. So we allow the feet to separate, knees are sent quite far away, come as low as is comfortable. Perhaps you're feeling a little bit of a stretch and opening in the hips. And I'm going to walk our fingertips forward, allowing the chest to fall forward onto the mat. Maybe the forehead follows. And relax now. Let the palms drop down. Elbows drop down. And breathe into that space that's opening. Going as gentle as you need. You're not spinning too much. And what is slightly. Maybe connecting again with the rhythm. Two. Let's walk it back. And we're going to sit nice and flat here. Allow our legs to spread in front of us. Maybe give them a little bit of a shake. Maybe roll the shoulders back again. Connecting with the sitting bones. And allow every muscle of your thighs that does not need to be active to melt. Give into gravity. Same with your shoulders. Same with your face and your jaw. We're going to draw the left leg in. I'm going to cross it over the right. Deep breath into the chest. And as we exhale, not using our hands, we're just twisting onto the left side. One more time. Inhale, open up the chest. And exhale, twist a little bit deeper. And now we're going to plant our left hand behind us and bring the right hand over the outside of the left thigh, maybe resting the elbow outside the knee. If that's not quite accessible yet, you can hold the outside of the calf. All sorts of variations. And if you feel you want to go a bit deeper, you can always breathe into your chest again, stand nice and tall. And as you exhale, you can use your core and use your hand as a lever as well to bring you deeper into the stretch. And again, here your eyes might still be closed, they might be open. In this case, you might choose to look on your side, maybe stretch all the way back and come back into that nice neck stretch onto the right side. Everything done gently and lovingly, giving our body what it needs before winding down. And let's come back to center. Settling into this L-shaped position. Again, letting go, relaxing the arms, relaxing the thighs. And now let's bring the right leg in, cross it over the left. Deep breath in. Chest rise all the way up, shoulders drop down. Exhale as we twist, not using our hands, coming towards the right side. One more time, inhale, then exhale, twist a little bit further, bringing the left hand hooking to the outside of the right thigh, or maybe grabbing the outside of the right calf. Maybe stay here, or using the lever to get you a little bit further. Feeling a lovely stretch on the outside of that right glute. Compression of the tummy. And as we're here, it might be interesting to see how you can breathe around that compression. Because the more you hold that tension, the harder it is to breathe. But the more you stay with it, you realize that suddenly you relax and somehow you can breathe around it. And that's yet another small way of your body proving you that you have a lot more capacity than you might have initially thought. On the next exhalation, let go. Maybe shaking the knees a bit. And let's go into a nice and deep forward fold. So for this one, we're going to bring a nice stretch onto our hamstrings. But you can approach it in two different ways. If you feel that you're going to benefit more by giving your back a little bit more of a stretch, then you can curl your back and reach forward. We're not going all the way to the toes here, just a little bit more forward on your calves. That's about it. So bringing a nice deep curve into our spines, and we stretch all the back of the shoulder here. So this is one option. The other option is that you take a deep breath into the chest again, bring it nice and tall. And as we exhale, we're going to hinge from the hips and come forward. Maybe reaching the toes, maybe staying on the calves, maybe nowhere near. We're just relaxing here, that's fine. And on this one, we're going to keep the toes nice and active. So to recap, there's two options, and choose your favorite, or maybe alternate between the two. We're going to stay here for a little while. Option number one, round the spine. Stretch the back of the shoulders. And option number two, breathe in, come tall, hinge from the hips, and melt towards the toes that are nice and active, looking towards your face. Choose your favorite option. There's no right or wrong. I just wouldn't do them together at this point. Choose one. I'd like to stay here tonight. My hamstrings feel that they need a little bit of an opening. I always try to remember to reactivate the toes because they do like to go to sleep. And wherever you are, let's drop the head down. We don't need that tension, do we? No. And let's come back to our breathing. On the next inhalation, coming through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 2 more times. Inhale 4. Hold. Exhale. And hold. And again, breathe in. And hold. And exhale. Slowly rising up, rolling the shoulders back, breathing into the chest. And now we're going to bring our feet closer to our hips, bring the feet together. Maybe grab the outside of the toes, or you can grab your ankles, whichever one you prefer. Maybe flap the wings of the butterfly a little bit. And inhale. And exhale, fall forward. Letting the neck and the head drop. And now we're going to bring that consciousness back into those shoulders and let go of that tension there. We don't need to press the knees down, we'll just let them do what they want to do. I still feel a lot of tension on my shoulders, so I need to keep on reminding myself every breath to let them go. Two more breaths here, breathing in for 4. Hold. Breathing out for 4. And hold. And let's bring it up. And from here, we're going to roll onto our backs. Allow your feet to come to the floor. And we're going to cross the left foot over the right leg. Right hand on the outside of the left knee and drag the left knee towards the floor, coming into a twist. Perhaps the left arm is coming into a 90-degree angle. And you might gently want to try to get the left shoulder towards the floor, at the same time trying to get the right knee towards the floor. And now breathe into your left side. And breathe out, letting go of any unnecessary tension again. And let's bring it back to center. This time crossing the opposite side, right leg over, left hand. Left hand goes on the outside of the right knee and bring it down. Maybe 90 degrees on the right elbow and the gaze towards the right side. Imagining that we get into a point where both the right knee and the right elbow and shoulder are on the ground. With every exhalation coming a little bit closer. And bring it back. And we're going to come into a nice big hug. And I really like to feel this one, really hugging myself and really being thankful of everything I've accomplished today, everything my body has done for me. Every difficulty, adversity, responsibility, bad news, stress, everything it has handled. And I'm still here and I'm okay. And now we're gonna give a nice deep stretch. Stretching the fingertips as far away from the toes, and next exhalation, allowing the toes to drop on either side, bringing the top of the hands down towards the floor, resting completely as we're getting ready for Savasana. And as we get ready to let go of any responsibility for today, we're getting ready for bed or for our favorite nighttime ritual. Let's take a moment to feel all the different areas of our body and give them a last chance to fall heavily onto the floor, onto the mat. And we're going to start with our heels, feeling their weight on the floor. Feeling the toes getting heavier and any remaining tension just falling down, dripping through the heels onto the floor. Running our attentions up the shins and the calf muscles. Past our knees and towards the powerful muscles of our thighs. Let them go. Thinking now of our hips and our pelvic floor and our glutes, and allowing them to completely let go of any tension. And then moving up the spine, thinking of all those muscles that are hugging and stabilizing our core. Working tirelessly night and day to keep the spine safe, to keep our functioning organs safe, to keep us breathing. And let them melt towards the mat. Moving up to the chest, let go of any control over your breath. Perhaps pay attention to that space where your heart lives. Feeling the power of that tireless muscle, pumping blood and life into your body all day, all night. Fluttering when you're excited, sitting heavy in your chest when you're disappointed or scared. Doing that unique thing that only your heart does, that tells you that something is great or something is not so great. And perhaps quietly or even out loud, appreciating and thanking your heart and your organs and your muscles for keeping you going one more day. And let's breathe now towards our shoulders, with all the worries that they carry, all the strength that they allow us to show. And they make us look big when we want to, and stirred and strong and powerful. And thank them for that. And allow them to let go and sit a little bit lower and roll back. And allow gravity to take over. You do not need to look strong anymore. Forearms, hands, heavy and numb. You do not need to work with them anymore. They've served you so, so well. And a one deep breath, washing through your sinuses, around your eyes, that allow you to see all the beauty in the world, that allow you to understand it and make what you want of it. And with the next breath, breathing into that wonderful place in your skull where your imagination and your memories and your dreams and your loved ones and your goals and everything lives. And bring it to light one more time. Maybe picking your favorite memory, your favorite achievement, your favorite moment with a person you loved, with a person you love, or maybe a precious moment where you really loved yourself. And with the next exhalation, turn off the lights and let the mind go dark. And I invite you to stay here for us as long as you need.